So it's Inktober day 2 and today's prompt is spider. So if you are joining in with Inktober 2023, here is a video filled with ideas to take on that spider theme. Now, if you missed it yesterday, I did day 1, my dreams video where we sketched a mini world coming out of a book. And I've also had a couple of videos in the last few days on ink techniques. So you can find all of these things in the description to support you with your Inktober journey. If you missed out on day 1, don't worry, you don't have to do every day. So let's see what we can do with spider. What I want to show you today is, firstly, a really simple way to sketch a spider. Because I think the simplest way to accomplish this prompt is really just to do a tiny spider or a spider web in the corner of a normal scene. Perhaps you just draw your bookshelf or your street. You pop a spider in the corner. Job done, and you've got to use your normal ink sketching or urban sketching skills. And so to draw a spider, all we need to do is a big circle, a slightly smaller circle, and then get this feel of overlapping legs coming around the spider. And then if you do that in different orientations, you can get just different little spiders hiding around your scene. A spider web is another lovely way to accomplish this scene. So you just simply draw little spiculating lines coming off, and you can connect them. And you can either connect them with looping lines, or you can connect them with more angular lines. Don't forget that spider webs are not symmetrical. Not every little sort of spoke has the same number of webs. So when you're sketching them, to make them feel a bit more real and a bit more fun, just don't make them symmetrical and take it nice and loose and have fun with it. Now, I think another couple of fun ways to do this are to turn the spider into something a bit more of like a study of volume. So you could literally turn the spider into a sphere. And then on that sphere, you add these little legs coming out. And this way, you're going to actually create something which I think is quite creepy. We can use lots of hatching. We can get out our watercolours if we want. I know it's strictly not ink, but I think that's okay. Or if you've got things like Promarkers or other pens, you could start using those to create a little bit of volume, bit of shape. A fun take on this, and maybe I'm just stuck in dream yesterday, is to turn your spider into a mini world. So this sphere, suddenly we can sketch a little townscape, a little city on top. And just again, using nice loose ink lines, we can then gradually build up our line work and build up our scene using shapes that we know about. And then we can come in with colours. Again, I'm going to use some Promarkers here. It's really good practice with Promarkers. I don't use them that often, so I'm not ever certain what kind of colour is going to come out, how intense it's going to be. So you can do tiny little swatches. And when you are doing your neutrals, for example, you'll probably have, if you have these pens, or if you have others like Faber-Castell Pitt pens or any other marker, you probably have a few greys. So it's good to see how they overlap and what kind of intensity you're going to get. And that way, as you build up your shadows, you can be really confident in what you're doing. Now, what I think is the most fun for today is actually a sort of a terrible pun, and that's what I'm going to submit as my my version. And this is, I'm not a spider. So instead of drawing a spider, well, I am going to draw a spider. I'm going to have a spider hanging off a lamp, underneath which 2 men are meeting in a not at all suspicious circumstances, bit of light pooling around, and we can just have a little fun creating scenes like this. So first starting off with my fountain pen, building in a vague idea of the scene. Now I know I'm going to come back in with Promarkers, which are going to cover a lot of this up, so I can be very loose. And with the Promarkers, just playing with ideas, playing with colours. Don't know what it's going to come out like yet. Don't use these that often, and that's what this month is all about. Then just gradually building up those colours. Remember, as with anything, Promarkers are great for layering. So don't think you just put down one layer and you're done. Start off with light tones and then build in those darks on top. Remember, you can mix things. So if you have an orange and it's too orange, you can put a light blue on top. That will neutralise it and also create a bit of a shadow. So lots of ways we can use different things than we normally use, and in the end come up with something really fun. So this is my scene, my I'm not a spy for Inktober day 2. but loads of other ideas as well. Let me know what you've done. Let me know how you're getting on with Inktober, and let me know some better, more creative ideas than I've given you today. So thank you everyone for watching my little sketching videos. If you enjoy my content, please do subscribe to my channel because it makes me really, really happy. Thanks again.